Sorry. Fire away.
The drill at the end there, taking the no contact jerseys off the quarterbacks, letting them get in there a bit.
Yeah. Those drills are usually few and far between, but I think most of these guys haven't played at all, quarterbacks, in terms of at the college level, and one has played just a little bit, and I think you can fall into a real false sense of security if you never make them live. Scary proposition. A scary proposition when anyone's going live, to tell you the truth. I mean, these other guys go live a decent amount, and I'm always keeping my fingers crossed. But I think we're as smart as we can be and try to balance getting really accurate, good work and realistic work. So, yeah.
First day of full pads. Any just thoughts on that?
Well, yesterday was full pads.
Okay.
Yep.
But we didn't.
Yeah. And so I thought yesterday's probably energy was a little bit better than today. Day 6, and I think to some of these guys, even though it's day 6, it probably feels like day 60 instead of 6. And so hopefully we come out this afternoon with a little bit more energy. I thought it was good at the end. You turn them loose a little bit, they crank up the energy, but we need to be able to get that done more than 10 minutes in a practice.
Will it be in full pads again this afternoon?
No, we'll be in helmets after. So we'll correct a lot of the things that all the errors that we saw out there, we'll go and try to correct them this afternoon.
You're starting to see a personality on this team?
Yeah, I like the personality a lot. I think we got a lot of good kids. I enjoy these guys. We have fun out there. We really do. I think it's good. Now, we still got a long way to go to come together as a team when things don't go just right, how to be truly unified, how to treat our teammates. That's work in progress, and doesn't come with a snap of fingers.
If there's a Pete trademark on the team, how close is this team to having that trademark on it?
Oh, we got a ways to go, and I can't even answer that until we go through, some real tough times, and we know those are coming in the Pac-12 for sure. And just even the schedule in general. I mean, our first game, like I've said forever. I mean, we're behind the 8 ball. Hawaii's had their coaches for a while. They kind of got their system, and we're still putting ours together. So that's going to take some time.
How important is it to you to just do every little thing right?
It's everything. And, I was thinking that out there today. It's funny you asked that question because, I turn to one drill and it looks pretty good, and I turn around, look at another drill, and I'm disappointed and depressed. And I'm thinking, I wonder if this is ever going to get how it's like just really needs to look at all times. Maybe when that happens, we don't practice. I guess that's why we come out here and practice.
I know it's early in the camp, but have you noticed any guys emerging as leaders on defense?
Well, I think some of those kids that have played for a while, I think Timu's doing a nice job. Danny Shelton, I mean, he's always got something to say. So we got to get that harness in the right direction. But he's doing a good job with it. Shaq's doing a good job. I think Marcus Peters is being positive. But it's work in progress. And like I said, I mean, hey, we haven't hit any adversity walls yet. That's when guys show their colors.
Is running back starting to sort itself out at all?
No, because again, you saw how much live we've done, 9 plays, and I think you got to play those guys a little bit to sort that out. I mean, I suspect that it's not going to be one guy; it's going to be a few guys. I mean, it'll be a few guys. Maybe one guy gets more carries than the others. I mean, that's to be determined. That's a long season. That thing will evolve and adjust.
Have you had that? Did you do that back at Boise State, or was there always typically one guy?
No, we've always done it by committee, and then depending on who really emerges, and we've had some good backs over there, Ian Johnson and Doug Martin, and those guys eventually started to kind of separate themselves. So we'll see if someone does that here.
Speaking of Boise State, you made an interesting kind of ruffling feathers when you voted yes for the Power 5 versus Power 5. Can you talk about that at all?
I can. I'm glad you asked that. I think I was misrepresented in that article over there in Boise. I mean, I wouldn't do anything to try to keep Boise. First of all, I don't even know when I answered that question. I had a lot of questions coming at me. I didn't really know exactly what it meant in terms of, I think we're trying to get some parity in terms of scheduling, in terms of league games that we play, that we're all on the same, footing there. But I think of Boise State as, I don't know if they're in a power conference, quote power, but they're a power team. And so I'm always a Boise State fan, and I wouldn't do anything to keep those guys, so-called out of the mix.
So
go ahead.
Would you still want to play a team like out of the Mountain West, or would you rather have power, like the big conferences play on the big conferences.
Hey, I've been in that conference forever, and I know the players and the coaches that are in there. So there's no question that we want to play those guys, and I know they want to play us. I mean, there's good players. That's great competition.
The general vote, though, to grant the Power 5 more autonomy, what was your thought on that?
I think if we can do more for our student athletes, that is good. And if that's going to allow us to give them more food, maybe some more money, I think that that's really good for those guys. Mm-hmm.